delicious Singapore hawker food at Boon Lay Place Food Village. Welcome to another food adventure with Getting Lost. Today we are back to try more hawker food like this Nasi Lemak, these wet and slurpy noodles, this dish with meat on a stick, crispy prata. So join me for my food adventure here at Boon Lay Place Food Village, where there's lots of good food. So let's get eating. First of all, how to get there. As per usual, we need to take the MRT to Lakeside MRT station. Once you get out for the gantry, you turn right and head down the corridor. At the end of the corridor, you turn right. You're actually looking for exit A, which will actually take you to Boon Lay Way, which is the road you see in front of you. So just keep walking straight ahead and you will see the main street. And just along the main street here, on your left is the bus stop. Yes, so after you turn left, just walk down towards the end of this sheltered walkway, which is actually part of the bus stop. Okay, and then you just need to wait for the bus. The bus number is 240 and you just need to take the bus for 3 stops. So at the third stop, you get down and you will be at Boon Lay Place Food Village, which is where we're going to go and eat our food. So just remember, bus 240, which will stop here. And once you get on the bus, it's just a very short ride, only 3 stops, heading that direction. Here is the bus stop that you get off at, the Boon Lay Shopping Centre bus stop. So once you get down from the bus stop, you turn left and then you walk down the road just beside the Boon Lay Shopping Centre is this place here where we're going to, which is Boon Lay Place Food Village. And there's a food here that has perpetual long queue. You come in the day, you come in the night, there's always a queue, which is this place here, which is also very popular, which is called Boon Lay Power Nasi Lemak. Day and night you come here, there's always a queue. So here is the menu. They tell you the prices of the different items you can choose. What I chose the chicken set, which cost me $3.50, and I also ordered an a la carte item, which is the fish fillet, which cost me another $1.50. So this is the nasi lemak itself. First thing you get is you can actually smell the coconut from the rice itself, which the rice itself is very fragrant. I quite like it. The ikan bilis and deep fried anchovies and peanuts are normal. The egg is normal. The chicken wing is just chicken wing deep fried without any extra seasoning. The fish fillet is not bad. It's a bit more plump than normal fish fillet. But what is really good here is the chili sauce. The chili sauce is very different than other places. It's sweet, it's thick, it has good chili flavor, and it goes very well. It blends very well together with the rice, and then when you eat together with the peanuts and deep fried anchovies, it gives it a very nice textural difference of crunchiness, and the rice goes very well together. Rice very well done. The chili sauce very good too, and because of the combination of this item, I feel that this nasi lemak is actually much better than most Nasi Lemak you get out there. Not the best. No, other places, certain places do it much better, but they actually do it quite well here. And if you are in the area, it's worth the queue to come down and try this Nasi Lemak. One thing about this place is that they do have quite a high ceiling. Normally nowadays for food centers, the ceilings are not so high. So that means that this is quite an old food center. Anyway, one of the new star finds that I found is this place here called Huat Fried Hokkien Prawn Mee, which is really good. And I'm surprised it's so good is because you don't really see much of a queue for the food. But Hokkien Mee here is really good. You get a selection of $4, $5 or $8. For me, this one here, I ordered $5. And I was surprisingly surprised about how good this noodle is. First of all, the soup stock. The soup stock here is super flavorful, full of seafood goodness, full of flavor, you know. And not only that, the noodles itself also absorb in all the delicious flavors into the noodles itself as when you eat it. And you also slurp in the sauce. Oh, really good. So you get double soupiness of goodness when you eat it. And then you also get a lot of prawns, some squid, and also there's a nice eggy taste from the fried egg in it, which helps to add extra flavor into noodles. And they cook the noodles here really well, and the soup stock here is just exceptional, so good that I could just drink the soup stock by itself and be happy. Only issue is the chili sauce. The chili sauce doesn't really add much flavor to the noodles. When you eat it together with chili sauce, it is spicier, it is saltier, but it doesn't bring up the tastiness one level up. It just stays at the same level. So whether you eat it with the chili sauce or not doesn't really matter. But this noodle itself, oh, so delicious. I do not know how else to say it, but you must come down here. If you do not eat the Nasi Lemak, it's okay. You must come here to try this Hokkien noodle. The Hokkien noodle is just really good because of the soup stock, which is super flavorful, and the way they cook the noodles, well done. I'm back here in the evening time to try some other dishes. First of all is this place here from Mohamed Ismail Food Stall. In the daytime, they are actually selling biryani rice. There is no queue for the food, but during the night, they change over to selling prata, and there is a long queue for their prata. This is the prata itself. It costs $1 for normal prata, I think $1.50 for an egg prata. And the prata itself is crispy. That's why people like it. Together with this is the fish curry. Only thing I felt the prata itself was a bit, when you bite into it, it's a bit more floury than normal prata. No, not gooey, but more floury. But overall, it is a crispy prata. So it's actually quite good, quite delicious, quite nice. And the reason why the prata is so good is because here they are freshly cooking the prata for you constantly, because there's always a long queue and they're always cooking new batches of prata. So the prata itself, even though they put it aside, you know, it doesn't stay there long, maybe for a few minutes before someone else orders it. So any prata freshly cooked is 10 times better than one they've kept aside for don't know how long. So that's why the prata here is so good. So lastly, we're here at Boon Lay Satay. They actually sell satay. They sell 3 types of satay. They sell pork, chicken, mutton, and or ketupat, which is a rice dumpling. Each of them costs 60 cents each. So what you do is you come to the window here, place your order, pay your money. They'll give you a chip with a number on it. When the number appears on the LED screen there, you come back, give them the chip, they'll give you your satay. The satay here, basically they do cook the satay quite well. quite nicely. There's a nice marinade on the satay itself, which is very fragrant. When you smell it, it actually smells very nice. When they actually cook it quite nicely. But what's really good is the satay sauce. The satay sauce itself is sweet, it's gooey, it's thick, you know. I think what they did was they actually finely blend the peanut, and then they finally after that they put in another handful of peanut onto it to give it a bit of texture. This satay here, I think, is a pork satay. This is the chicken, which is very good, nice, tender and soft. And then this is the mutton. The underneath there is the ketupat or the rice dumpling. Anyway, I was saying the sauce itself is very delicious. It goes very well with the satay. It's sweet. It's very sweet, something like a syrupy kind of sweetness, which goes very well with the satay, which complements it very well. But unfortunately, the best satay itself is the chicken satay, which is nice and tender and breaks up in your mouth when you bite it, whereas the mutton and the pork was a bit hard, a bit tough. But I suspect that was because of the types of the cut of meat they use for the satay. Other than that, very good satay. Next up is this place here called Mr. Chu's Noodle Shop. They sell noodles, and I actually chose this shop because in K-pop there's this group called A-Pink, and one of their popular songs is called Mr. Chu. I know, that's not a good reason to choose a noodle to choose what to eat, but the shop name caught my attention. Anyway, the noodle itself is cooked very well. This noodles here is called mee sua, and mee sua is a wheat vermicelli noodles, which is very hard to cook well, which the auntie actually did it very well. But unfortunately, she put too much vinegar in it until I cannot actually taste any other flavors. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me here at Boon Lay Place Food Village. This place has lots of good food. You must come here to try some of them. And as per usual, you know what to do. Please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to ask your friends to do the same thing. And the most important thing, join me for my next food adventure. Bye bye.